The majority of guys have no idea how to read attraction. They assume that women will just say, like you, but it doesn't operate that way. Women's wishes are subtly expressed through layers of mystery clues and silent cues that most men ignore. Ignore. You have most likely experienced this before speaking with a woman. You may feel as though there is something unsaid between you, that she acts a little differently around you, or that there is a certain energy in the air that you can't quite identify. Is she merely being kind, or is she secretly attracted to you in a way that she won't acknowledge? According to psychologists, 90% of attraction is nonverbal, so if you're waiting for a woman to tell you she wants you, you'll be waiting forever. Women don't communicate desire the way men do. Instead, they leak it out in subtle ways that only a man with keen perception will notice. Once you learn to read these signals, you'll notice them everywhere, because when a woman is secretly attracted to you, she may try to hide it with her words, but her body, actions and emotions will always reveal the truth. So pay close attention. If she's doing these three things, she's not just interested, she's fighting the urge to tell you how much she wants you. They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul, but when it comes to attraction, they're the windows to her deepest desires. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she can't help but look, and not just any kind of look, that lingering gaze that lasts a second longer than it should. When she thinks you won't notice, when she's observing you as a man, as well as a person. Women are subtle creatures who have mastered the art of stealing looks that last long enough to satisfy their curiosity, but short enough to avoid suspicion. But the truth is, even the best poker-faced women can't help but show it. A woman cannot control her body's natural reaction to attraction. When she sees you, her pupils will dilate, her gaze will soften, and when you speak, she will look at you, look away, and then look back as if she is caught in an uncontrollable pull. The most telling sign is the double take, where she looks at you, looks away, and then looks back again quickly. She is trying to hide her attraction, and that second glance isn't an accident. Rather, it's her curiosity taking over her self-control. The game of accidental eye contact is effective because it builds tension, strengthens bonds, and, most importantly, reveals emotions that are otherwise hidden. When you talk, her eyes flicker between your lips and your eyes as if she's imagining something more. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. It's an instinct, a biological signal that her mind is processing you as more than just a friend. A woman who is secretly attracted to you will play this game of unspoken communication. She locks eyes with you, crosses the room, then quickly looks away, avoiding your gaze completely until she looks at you. She holds eye contact just a little too long, not long enough to be obvious, but long enough to make you feel something. That's the moment she's telling you without words that she's drawn to you. Here's a secret. Most people don't know when a woman is excited or aroused. She blinks more frequently. Studies in psychology and body language have shown that when a person experiences increased heart rate and nervous energy, their blink rate increases significantly. So next time you're talking to her, pay attention. Is she blinking more than usual? Is she struggling to maintain normal eye movement because her mind is working overtime to keep her emotions in check? If the answer is yes, she's not just looking at you. She's feeling something, the undressing you with her eyes phenomenon. This is where things get really interesting when a woman is secretly attracted to you. She might let her guard slip just for a second, and in that moment, you'll catch her giving you that look. It's a quick, almost instinctive up and down glance. Her eyes scan you from head to toe, as if she's taking in every detail, sizing you up in a way that's more than just casual. You might think, did she just check me out? Yes, she did. And if you catch her in the ACT, watch how she reacts. If she suddenly looks away, blushes, or pretends to be focused on something else. Congratulations, you were able to capture her yearning in the moment. Sign 2. Her body betrays her. A woman may attempt to conceal her attraction by acting uninterested, teasing you, or even acting indifferent, but her body speaks for itself. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, her body will reveal it to you in ways she is unaware of. These signs are instinctive and impossible to fake, and once you recognize them, you will know exactly how she truly feels, regardless of what she says. The body never lies. Attraction isn't just a feeling. It's a biological response. The lean-in effect. Picture yourself conversing with a woman at a cafe, party, or even at work. Perhaps nothing too serious, but then you notice something subtle. She is leaning in, not overtly or aggressively, but just enough that her body closes the distance between you two women. When women feel attracted, this is their way of drawing you into their space without making it obvious. The closer she gets, the more she can sense your presence, your scent, your energy, and that closeness excites her. Now, watch what happens when you lean back. Does she follow? Does she move closer again out of instinct? If so, that's her body telling you that she doesn't want to be too far away from you, and that's desire. One of the most underrated but powerful signs of attraction is mirroring. When a woman is drawn to you, she'll subconsciously copy your movements, gestures, and even your speech patterns. If you take a sip of your drink, a few seconds later, she does the same. If you adjust your posture, she subtly follows. If you lean on your arm, she does too, almost like a reflection. This isn't a game she's playing on purpose. It's human nature. Studies in psychology show that when we feel a connection with someone, our bodies instinctively synchronize with them, and when a woman mirrors you, it means she's completely tuned into you. The touch test. When she accidentally finds reason to make contact. This is one of the biggest giveaways. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she will find ways to touch you without making it seem like she's trying. A light touch on your arm when she laughs, brushing off imaginary lint from your shoulder, playfully pushing you when you tease her, resting her hand on yours for just a second too long. These aren't accidents. If you want to test this, here's what you do. Lightly touch her first, perhaps brush her hand when giving her something, or place your hand on the small of her back as you lead her through a crowd. If she doesn't pull away, or better yet, if she leans into it, you have your answer. Women don't touch men they don't feel comfortable with, and they definitely don't initiate physical contact with a man they don't have some sort of attraction toward. Her feet and legs are one of the best ways to tell how she feels about you, even though you might not think about it. On the other hand, if her feet are pointed away from you, it could mean she's checking out mentally or emotionally. Sign 3. Her words slip. A woman who is secretly attracted to you won't ever come out and say it directly, at least not at first. Instead, her feelings will be revealed in the small things she says, and the way she says them may give the impression that she's in control and is suppressing her feelings. Words have a way of revealing hidden desires, and once you know what to listen for, you'll start to notice the small cracks in her careful act, because no matter how hard a woman tries to act cool, attraction always sneaks through the cracks. She says your name more than is necessary, but when a woman likes you, she will say it more often than she does with other people. This is because your name excites her. It's intimate, and every time she says it, she gets a tiny rush, a subliminal dopamine. Take note of how she speaks to other people and contrast it with how she speaks to you. If she uses your name a lot, especially in light-hearted or superfluous ways, it indicates that she enjoys the way it sounds coming out of her lips and that she teases you like a high school student. Crush teasing isn't just for kids. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she may resort to playful teasing again, not because she's immature, but rather because it's a way to build tension without expressing her feelings. She playfully challenges you, makes fun of something trivial about you in a flirtatious rather than mean way, calls you nicknames that make her feel closer to you, and uses it as a way to gauge how you'll respond. Most importantly, she's doing it to get your attention by unintentionally complimenting you. A woman who is attracted to you won't always come out and say, "I think you're sexy." That would make her feel too vulnerable. Instead, she'll let little compliments slip out in conversation. "I don't know why, but you always smell really good. You have a nice voice. Has anyone ever told you that I feel so comfortable around you?" It's weird. The key here is how casual these compliments seem. She's trying not to make a big deal about them, but she can't help but say them. It's her way of letting you know she notices you without making it too obvious. She mentions other women to get a reaction. This is a classic psychological trick. If a woman is secretly attracted to you, but isn't sure if you feel the same, she'll sometimes bring up other women just to see how you react. She asks if you're seeing anyone. She jokingly accuses you of being a player. She casually drops, "Oh, I bet all the girls love you." She's not just making conversation. She's fishing for information. She wants to see if you'll deny it, if you'll get defensive, or if you'll react in a way that reveals something about your interest in her. And if she does this, it means she's been thinking about you. In that way, she talks about what-if scenarios. When a woman begins to imagine possible situations in which you two are in a romantic relationship, it's one of the clearest signs that she is secretly drawn to you. These may seem like harmless remarks, but she's actually testing the waters by playing with the idea of the two of you together, without acknowledging that she's already considered it, no matter how hard she tries to hide it. If we were stranded on an island together, we probably would kill each other, or perhaps we would get along. Imagine if we had met in high school. I bet we would have been trouble. I wonder what you're like in a relationship. This is a Stoic guide, and if you found it useful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the hidden truths of attraction psychology and the Stoic mindset. Until the next time. Attraction isn't just something you see, it's something you hear, and when a woman is secretly into you, her own words will give her away sooner or later. Remain alert, vigilant, and never disregard the warning indications.